Hey everybody, my name is Jennifer. This is Metatron speaking. Today's message is about healing. It's a big message, so please stay to the end. It is full of information. So I have a channeled message from Metatron. I have a process for healing from Metatron, and I have a vision that Metatron gave me, and it's all connected to this same topic. It kind of starts off one way and then we kind of start going down the rabbit hole and hit on other topics, so stick with me. There's a lot in this message. So it starts off talking about water again, and I have another video in regards to water that Metatron just gave me recently, and that one is how to remove trauma. So that one's involving water. Again, Metatron brings this topic of water back to me again a second time. So this time he says, water is too important to only talk about it once. We talked about how it is the great cleanser, but it is also the great healer. Again, it is the liquid equivalent of a quartz crystal. Since your bodies are made up of so much water, it is very easy to take advantage of this serendipitous accident, wink, to heal yourself. Let's talk about the impact humanity's trauma has had on them. Your traumas have caused you to compartmentalize different parts of yourself and to judge and hate parts of yourself. You cannot love if you do not love yourself. You cannot accept flaws in others if you do not accept flaws in yourself. You cannot be whole if you have broken yourself down into multiple pieces and yell, this piece is good, but this piece over here I hate. It is time to become whole again. It is time to integrate the two aspects humanity divides their thoughts and behaviors into: your light and your darkness. Darkness is misunderstood by humanity, and there are different types of darkness, so let me explain. There are natural dark tendencies like sadness, jealousy, envy, anger. These are parts of humanity that are very natural. The feelings should come, be experienced, and be able to be released and take a learning from them, all in a short amount of time. Then there is a natural darkness, and that is created by entities or demons. This is rage, hatred, bigotry, malice, depression. These are not states that humanity was designed by God to experience. These are darknesses that are unnatural to the order of the world and are caused by entities alone. These are the emotions that are solved by removing the entities. The other natural dark side of humanity, the standard sadness, anger, jealousy, these need to be embraced as acceptable parts of you, deserving to be loved. I tell you this, even God himself feels these. God is both darkness and light. He is whole and expansive and has intense depth of love, because he has intense experience with darkness. He wants the same expansiveness for your soul, which is why you incarnate on earth, to learn from difficult, dark emotions. Again, we do not speak of the emotions caused by entities, those of depression and rage and suicidal thoughts. Those are an unnatural, demon-made, and not the creation of God. But the part of you that feels sadness and anger and jealousy, these parts must be loved by you and welcomed back into your body. So many people want to reject all darkness. They want to judge it and label it and try to keep it away from themselves. This is separation mentality. This is not unconditional love of yourself. There are no good or bad humans. Each human will always have the capacity for the full spectrum of light and darkness. Your God hopes you will experience both and decide that you prefer the light, that you will again and again choose the light. But it is always a choice. You are neither light nor darkness, but must choose how much light or darkness to embrace in any given moment. You are not judged by us regardless of how much light or darkness you choose to experience in this lifetime or others. If you are ready to be whole again, if you are ready to stop judging yourself, then let me show you how to welcome all of yourself back to you, that it may be healed. Your dark and rejected parts must be integrated back to your light. This does not mean you love darkness. This means you accept that for there to be light in the world, there must also be darkness. You accept that darkness is part of God's natural order and is not shameful or to be shunned. It is a learning tool. It is only when we experience the contrast of light and dark that we can understand the difference and make an informed choice of what we want to create more of. Integrating your darkness back means you accept and love the full spectrum of yourself as you were created to be, and you therefore will see and understand the darkness in others better. You will judge less because you will love more. You will stop creating separation within yourself and between yourself and others, because truly, separation does not exist. In humility, we see that we are all the same. We are all flawed, and we all choose light and darkness at different times. If you are ready to be whole again, let us now integrate all of you that you have once rejected back with all of you that you have accepted. So this process is going to involve water. So the process that he's giving me is in a shower. Now you can of course modify this in any way you so choose. This is just kind of the base model that he gave us. So he's saying in a shower, you're going to imagine that there's a mirror image of yourself. So here's the you that represents lightness, and you're going to imagine a duplicate of yourself that's just all black shadow. So that is your shadow self, or all of the dark and repressed and rejected parts of yourself. All the parts that didn't feel safe and good enough for society. All of the parts of you that someone called bad or ugly. All of the unhappy feelings that you suppressed or rejected or hated. All the darkest parts of you that you've tried to ignore and keep hidden. Stand next to this shadow self and tell it, you are me. You have always been me. Just because you are complicated and messy does not make you any less mine. I love you. I accept you. It's time for you to come back home now. In your mind, you're going to visualize this duplicate shadow self of yours merging with your body. So just overlining your body. Line them up exactly. Now you're going to imagine the shower water. Imagine the water itself as being a healing gold color, a healing gold light water. So that's the important part. Let it pour all over you. Imagine it to be the glue that permanently merges your two selves. See some black water come off of you. This is any unnatural darkness from entities that have interfered with you. Only your natural self will be integrated back to you. The demonic influence, the emotions, the trauma, it all washes off with that black water. You keep the lessons you have learned, and you keep yourself, and the rest you release. Let the sparkling golden water heal you with its love. Think, I love myself. I accept myself. Let the water heal you and heal deep into your body, deep into your cells. Imagine even the water in your cells turning to gold. Let all of you be loved and accepted, just as God loves and accepts you. And this process is complete. So that's his process with water, to integrate the light and the dark, to give you that gold in the water in your cells and the water on the outside of you, to purge off the trauma, to purge off the unnatural darkness, and to integrate the parts of you that belong to you that it's time to accept now. I want to tell you about this vision that I had. So after he gave me this channeling of his message and the process, he gave me a vision of myself. And I'm going to have to explain it a little bit, because what I initially saw was me as Lilith. And if you're not familiar with Lilith, she has a horrible rap, unfortunately. The world has demonized her, literally. And she is not a demon, nor has she ever been a demon. So Lilith is the power of the divine feminine. And she is, because she is that, she's feared by men. And she has been shunned and hidden, from our psyches, because the powers that be want an unhealthy masculine energy to be in charge. And if this divine feminine energy were to rise up, then that unhealthy masculine energy could no longer exist. So they have labeled her, and they have made us all fearful of her, and it's all a ruse. So Lilith represents everything that the collective feminine psyche has been denying and rejecting within themselves. We deny our power. We deny our darkness. We are told to be good girls and take orders and don't talk back. And that is not the natural order of the world, and that is not how God made you. God did not make any creation inferior or subservient to another. God made a powerful divine masculine energy, and he made a powerful divine feminine energy, and both of those energies are in every living thing. And because both of those energies are from God himself or God herself, there can't be anything inferior about them. They are from God. They are literally God taking pieces of himself or herself to make us. So there can't be anything inferior about it. So let me tell you about this vision. So I see myself as Lilith. I am walking out of the astral realm. The astral realm is the dimensions 0, 1, 2, and 3, where demons reside, and where sometimes souls get stuck there when they're on their way to heaven or being reunited back with God. But at any rate, it's where demons reside. So I see myself as Lilith. I'm in this black lace dress. It's got like a high-low hem, like short in the front, longer in the back. I have black heels on. I have a black crown on. I have black lace gloves. They're short. They have no fingers on them. There's like the fingers are cut out. and I'm strutting out of the astral realm, and I'm pissed. I'm pissed off that I've been relegated to there. I want nothing to do with it. So I'm walking out, I'm kicking off my heels, I'm pulling out the crown, I start ripping off the dress, I then start putting on this beautiful white Roman gown, which I have seen myself in other visions wearing before. So I put on this white Roman gown, and I put on this beautiful golden crown that's like the rays of the sun. And so I have that on, but I still have my black gloves. I have black lipstick on that I'm still wearing, and I have like a black garter under my dress on one of my legs. And so it was this vision of, this is me integrated, this is all of us integrated, this is what a whole person, a whole woman looks like. When it happened, I felt whole again. I felt powerful, and I felt balanced. I felt like I was, like, those are the only words I could describe it. Very complete, very whole, very balanced. And being all of you makes you very powerful. So, and that's because I was allowing all of myself to show up. So what do you think would happen if we all did this? If we all integrated the light and the darkness? If we all allowed all of ourselves to start showing up? What would that look like in the world? If you have enjoyed this video, if you're on your awakening journey and you're kind of looking for the next step, I have a private Facebook group that is, it's run by Metatron. It's a safe space. It's to learn. It's to develop your gifts. It's to heal. So if that's something you might be interested in, I'm going to go ahead and include the link in the description. So you can go ahead and click on that. And until next time, I love you all. Have a good evening.